Okay, good morning all of you. We'll see the continuation for Boyle's law. So yesterday we stopped at initial and final P1 V1 P1 V1 equals to constant according to Boyle's law. At another condition P2 is equals to V2 is equals to constant. You know already one equation, A is equals to B and C is equals to B. What can be written? A equals to B equals to C can be written. That's why we have to write down as P1 V1 is equals to P2 V2 is equals to constant. So under same Boyle's law we can write one more formula at two different condition, P1 V1 is equals to P2 V2. So we have to take it like this. All of you understood? So Boyle's law is explanation is over. So what is the meaning of Boyle's law? At a constant temperature, the volume of a given mass of a gas is inversely proportional to the pressure of the gas. Okay, what are the equation? PV is equals to constant. At two different conditions, what are the formula? P1 V1 is equals to P2 V2. Yes, now we will see some competent information we have to see based on Boyle's law. Listen carefully. Yes. Now we are discussing the graphs related to Boyle's law. Boyle's law related graphs. So in Boyle's law we are studying the graphs at a constant temperature. Then the graphs are calling as isotherms. Therms means temperature, iso means same. So at a constant temperature, whatever graphs you are studying, we are specially called them as isotherms. They are nothing but Boyle's law related graphs. So first you see one graph I want to tell you, volume is inversely proportional to pressure. For example, you are taking a volume on y-axis, pressure on x-axis. I told already several times directly proportional relation is there means we are getting straight lines, and inversely proportional relation is there means we are getting hyperbolas we are getting. So for all variable terms this is the important information. Now between these two variable terms what relation is going on? Inversely proportional. That's why as the actually initially pressure is low, volume is high. As the pressure is increasing, volume is decreasing. That's why we are getting like these graphs. This is a temperature T1. Now I am doing the same temperature at another one is nothing but T2. Then we are getting a graph like this. Okay, now my question, yes, how you will ask in the graph, a competitive examination. What is the relation between T1, T2? So very carefully you have to observe this one. When you will ask T1, T2 relation, we have to take a constant point either on x-axis or y-axis. For my convenient, I am taking a fixed point on y-axis. So from there we have to draw the vertical line. It will be intercepting here. From that intercepting point, we have to take one more line to the another axis. Okay, this is T1 now, that's why it is nothing but P1. This is T2 graph, no, that's why it is nothing but P2. Okay, now what is the relation between P1 P2? This is the 0, which is a more P2 is more than P1. You want which relation? Pressure or temperature? Temperature. Pressure is more when temperature is more. When temperature is rising, kinetic energy of gas particle increasing, kinetic energy is increasing. So colliding with walls will be increasing. Automatically pressure will be increasing. That's why we can write T2 is directly proportional is greater than T1 because pressure is directly proportional to temperature. Are you understanding? Yes. Now I will tell you one more thing is nothing but V is equals to K into 1 by P. What I am doing graph, I am taking a V on y-axis. Directly I am taking 1 by P values on y-axis. So V and 1 by P I am taking. Then what relation we are getting? V is directly proportional to 1 by P. So it is similar to which one? X is directly proportional to Y. Why? Because I am taking Y is nothing but 1 by P I am taking. So then what we are getting? Straight lines we are getting. Yes, as the 1 by P is increasing, V value is also going on increasing. This is a graph at T1 temperature. Another graph I am taking at T2 temperature. I want to get the relation between T1 T2. How is possible, anybody? Yes. I am taking on 1 by P, I am taking one constant point. From there we have to draw a vertical line to the lines. Okay, this is point A, this is point B. From that point we have to draw vertical lines to another axis. This is T1 graph, no, that's why it is nothing but V1. T2, no, this is nothing but V2 because V axis. Okay, then the 0, which is more, V1 is more than V2 because V1 is away from the 0. So what is the relation you want, V and T? What is the meaning, anybody? Volume is directly proportional to temperature. Are you agreeing or no? Yes. You take the gas, you are increasing the temperature. What happening? The gas molecules are still going away from one another, means volume is going on increasing by increasing the temperature. That's why V1 is more. We can tell correspondingly T1 is more than T2. Did you got my point? Yes. I want to tell you some other graphs related to Boyle's law. Is nothing but third graph is nothing but PV versus either P or V. So you know very well we are taking PV versus P or V. PV values I am taking on y-axis and pressure or volume you are taking on x-axis. Whatever pressure you maintain, whatever volume you maintain, PV value is equals to constant. Already Boyle's law. So that's why we are getting a constant line like this. This is the information at a T1 temperature. And I am taking another graph, it is nothing but a T2 temperature. Sir, why like this? Whatever pressure volume you maintain, product value will be maintaining constant. That's why whatever value is coming is constantly going on, no up and downs. Okay, now I want to get the relation between T1 T2. What I should do? Yes, I have to take one fixed point on this one. From there we have to draw the vertical line. Okay, this is point A intercepting, this is point B. Yes, from A we have to draw, already line is there. This is indicates P1 V1. This T2 graph, no, it is nothing but P2 V2. Now which is more, this is 0. P2 V2 is more than P1 V1. Which one you are maintaining constant? Pressure maintaining constant. That's why P1 is equals to P2 is equals to P, because you are taking pressure is a constant. Cancel. Then what you are getting? V2 is greater than V1. But I want to get the relation between temperature and volume. Volume is directly proportional to absolute temperature. That's why V2 is more means T2 is more than T1. That's I want relation. Now you can't understand this importance while solving competitive. You will understand all these things, importance of these graphs. I want to tell you one more graph is nothing but log of P versus log of V graph. I want to take Boyle's law equation PV is equals to constant. Apply logarithm on both sides. Log of PV is equals to log of K. Okay, now log of AB formula. Log of AB formula log of AB is equals to log of A plus log of B. Apply here. What is coming? Log of P plus log of V is equals to log of K. I want to do some rearrangement. I am leaving log of V on left side minus of log of P plus log of K. Log V here only, log P goes right side. Now in this, what are the variable terms? Pressure is changing, volume is changing, P changing, log value is also changing, the whole value will be changing. It is similar to one of the straight line equation. Y is equals to mx plus c. On x-axis we have to take log P, on y-axis we have to take log V. Then slope is coming, m indicates slope, slope is indicates negative value. Whatever intercept is there, that is nothing but log of k. I will write that one, see carefully. If you take here log of, yes, this one asked several times, log of v on y-axis, log of p on x-axis. You are getting straight line like this, coming down negative slope, coming upwards positive slope. Okay, what is the slope of this straight line? Slope is equals to m is equals to -1. And if you can expand or extend this line, it is getting intercepting here. This intercepting gives the information nothing but c. Instead of c, what is there? Log of k. This gap is indicates log of k. From 0 to here, how much gap is there? That is nothing but log of k. Is a very important thing. Under Boyle's law, when you float a graph between log p versus log v, we are getting negatively sloped straight line, we are getting intercepting point is log of k, we are getting. With this, Boyle's law will be over. What is the Boyle's law? At a constant temperature, as the pressure is increasing, the volume of gas is decreasing, that's why V is inversely proportional to P. Then PV is equals to constant. Second gas law we are discussing is nothing but Charles law. Charles law. What is the Charles law? First, what do you maintain constant? Temperature maintain constant. Charles law we are discussing at constant pressure. At constant pressure. This is very important. What are the information I will explain to you? See carefully. At constant pressure, volume of a gas at 0 degrees Celsius is equals to V0. You have some gas at a 0 degrees Celsius, its occupying volume is V0. Later, after so many research, they told one important point. For every 1 degree change, in temperature, the volume of a gas changes 1/273 of V0. What is the meaning of this one? Yes, you have a gas. How much and what is not a matter. So volume of a gas at 0 degrees Celsius is V0. But later what they told, for every 1 degree change in temperature, the volume of gas changes how much? 1/273 part of volume of a gas at 0 degrees. Yes, this one he asked several times in the competitive examination. For every 1 degree change, the volume of a gas will be changes 1/273 part of volume of a gas which is measured at 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, now I will explain based on this one. At 0 degrees Celsius, volume of gas is denoted by V0. At 1 degree Celsius, the volume of a gas is nothing but V1 is equals to temperature raising or decreasing? Raising, 1 degree raising. So by raising temperature, what happening? Volume of gas is also increasing. How much increasing? Means initially V0 is as usual plus for every 1 degree change, how much is increasing? 1/273 of V0. Did you got my point? For every 1 degree changes, the volume of the gas will be changing 1/273 part of V0. So you are raising 1 degree temperature means volume will be raising 1/273 of V0. Now at 2 degrees Celsius, the volume of a gas V2 is equals to initial plus 2/273. For 1 degree, 1/273. 2 degree means 2/273 of V0. Like that, at T degrees Celsius, what we can tell, volume of gas Vt is equals to V0 plus T by, yes, we can write it here, T by 273 of V0. For 1 degree, 1/273, 2 degree, 2/273, 3 degree, 3/273, like the T degree, T/273 will be there. Then write down Vt, volume of a gas at a temperature T is equals to V0 plus T/273 of V0. Simplify this one. Volume of a gas at a temperature T is equals to V naught is a common amount plus 1 plus T by 273. We can simplify. Volume of a gas at a temperature T is equals to V naught is equals to LCM in 273. We are getting 273 plus T we are getting. Yes, you know very well, T means T degrees Celsius. Okay, you know 5 degrees Celsius. 5 degrees Celsius means is nothing but 273 plus 5 degrees Celsius means is nothing but 278, converting into which one? Kelvins. Okay, degrees Celsius we are expressing in small degrees Celsius, small t, and Kelvin temperature we are expressing in capital T. There is a variation. So to the degrees Celsius you are adding 273 means change it into Kelvins, that will be denoted by capital T. Same thing happening here. So volume of a gas at a temperature T is equals to V naught into 273 plus T. Then it's becoming Kelvin scale. Kelvin scale means denoted by capital T by 273 will be there. I written no, degree Celsius small degree plus 273 means becoming Kelvin scale, always absolute temperature it is calling as a. Capital T means is nothing but absolute temperature. Okay, then we are getting like this. Now volume of a gas at a temperature T is equals to V naught by 273 into T. V naught by 273 is becoming like a constant. For the gas at a 0 degree Celsius, volume will be remain same. 273 is also constant. Then what we can write? Volume of a gas is equals to K into T. I want to remove the proportionality constant. Then volume of a gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature. That is the Charles law. Did you got my point? For entire derivation this is important. Actually this is not required. Actually we are telling at a constant pressure the volume of a given mass of a gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature. Already we used it here. So as the temperature is increasing, volume is also going on increasing. Did you got my point? What is the statement I will tell you? What is that one? So at a constant pressure, the volume of a given mass of a gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature. So capital T means absolute temperature, small t means degrees Celsius. Did you got it or no? Yes. We will see extension for that one. Or the Charles law? At a constant pressure, volume of a given mass of a gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature. For every 1 degree change in temperature, the volume of a gas will be changes how much? 1 by 273 parts of volume of a gas at 0 degrees Celsius. Now I will write the statement Charles law. Charles law. I will write the statement from that at a constant temperature, volume of given mass of gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature. At a constant pressure. So volume of a given mass of a gas is V, directly proportional to absolute temperature means capital T. Can we write here? V is equals to some constant into temperature. Then V by T is equals to constant. This is the Charles law equation. Sir, how it is this one? I will explain to you. See, for example, I have 1 liter of oxygen gas at 25 degrees Celsius, and it is in the container at 1 atmospheric pressure. What should not disturb? Pressure should not be disturbed. Now what I am taking? I am taking at 50 degrees Celsius. Same 1 liter gas I am taking and I am raising the temperature, means I am keep on heating device and keep on heating. While keep on heating, what happening? Temperature is supplied or heat energy is supplied to the gas. Then what happening? Gas molecule will take that energy and rise their kinetic energy. When they rise kinetic energy, they are going away from one another with high speed. Then automatically what happening? Volume of a gas is becoming, for example, 2 liters of gas at 50 degrees but 1 atmospheric pressure only. Now what I am doing? I am raising the temperature till 100 degrees Celsius. Till 100 degrees means what happening? Still more energy. Still more energy means more volume is occupied by this one. Why? When you supplied more energy, what happening? The kinetic energy of the gas molecule still increasing. That's why they are breaking the force of attraction between the molecule. They are going away from each other. That's why volume occupied by it will be going on increasing. It will becoming like 4 liters. 4 liters of oxygen but at 1 atmospheric pressure only. This is only statement. So here also 1 atmosphere, 1 atmosphere, 1 atmosphere, pressure maintaining constant. So 50 degrees 2 liters, 100 degrees 4 liter, means what happening? Temperature is rising, so volume of the gas is also rising. So that's why what is the relation between them? So at a constant pressure, the volume of a given mass of a gas is directly proportional to absolute temperature. Okay, I am taking same information initially. Initially volume is V1, temperature is T1. Yes, volume, temperature. And finally we have volume is V2 at a temperature T2 at 104 liters, like that. It is nothing but V2, it is nothing but T2. What we can tell? V1 by T1 is equals to K and V2 by T2 is equals to K. A equals to C, B equals to C. What we can write in? A equals to B equals to C. That's why V1 by T1 is equals to V2 by T2. This is the Charles law for a gas at two different conditions. All of you understood? Yes. Now we have to study the graphs. Graphs studied at constant pressure. At a constant temperature is calling as isotherms. At a constant pressure is calling as isobars. Isobars. Remember, bars, pressure unit. That's why pressure maintaining same. That's why it is calling as a isobars. So under Charles law, whatever graphs we are studying, they are calling as isobars. Okay, first graph I am telling here, volume versus temperature in degrees Celsius is a very important graph. Okay, now I am taking volume on y-axis, temperature on x-axis. The 2 degrees Celsius is a very important bit. 0 degrees, positive values, 5 degrees, 10 degrees, 15 degrees, like that. These are -5, -10, like that will be their minus values. Now what is the relation here? Volume is directly proportional to temperature, whether degrees Celsius or this one. Anyway, it is x is directly proportional to y. Directly proportional to y means we are getting straight lines. Yes. Now what we can tell, as the temperature is increasing, the volume of the gas is also going on increasing. Now you are decreasing the temperature. What happening? Volume of gas is also going on decreasing. Just that's why I will show here some special things. Did you observe or no? Positive temperature, thick line. Negative temperature, it's shown like dots. Why? Why like this? Lot of meaning is there. So when the gas comes into negative temperature, the kinetic energy of the gas particle will be decreasing. Means the gas cannot be moving. Gas cannot be moving means is condensed together, becoming like a liquid. So at a particular temperature, the total volume of a gas is becoming 0. Why? Because there is no y-axis, only x-axis is intercepting. So on temperature axis, the line will be intercepting, that value is -273 degrees Celsius. At minus 273, the line will be intercepting here. So line is intercepting means volume will be 0. That temperature only we are calling as absolute zero temperature. Absolute zero temperature. So what is the meaning of absolute zero temperature? Absolute zero temperature means is a temperature at which volume of a gas is equals to 0. Volume of a gas is 0 means kinetic energy of gas molecules is also 0. Kinetic energy of gas molecules is 0 means gas is becoming liquid. That is the meaning. Yes, means when we take a degree Celsius on x-axis, volume on y-axis, we are getting a straight line, but positive temperature means thick line, means is a gas only. When it will comes into negative temperature, as the temperature is decreasing, volume is gradually decreasing. At minus 273 degrees Celsius temperature, the volume of a gas is becoming 0. The temperature is calling as absolute zero temperature. Why? Because means kinetic energy, temperature is very low, the gas cannot be moving, condense it together means becoming like a liquid. Now I will tell you one more graph is nothing but volume versus capital T. Capital T means what? Expressed in kelvins. Okay, what we are getting? Volume is directly proportional to temperature. Same graph you see carefully. I am taking volume here, temperature here, but the temperature you are expressing in which one? Kelvins. Now we are getting a straight line that is passing through the origin. Can we guess this origin point? Okay, now this line is intercepting where? Minus 273. But we are taking in Kelvin scale. Yes, minus 273 degrees Celsius plus 273 is nothing but 0 kelvins. That's why when you take in temperature on Kelvin scale, it will be intercepting here. So that intercepting point is nothing but 0 kelvins. Now this is the pressure P1. I will take you one more line that is nothing but P2. I want to get the P1 P2 relation. What I should do? We have to take a one fixed point on temperature. From there we have to draw the vertical line to volume axis. So then we are getting P1 graph, this is the V1, P2 graph, this is V2. Which is more amount? V1 is more than V2. Why? Because from 0, V1 is far. Okay, I want to get the relation between P and V. So what is the relation? P is inversely proportional to V or V is inversely proportional to P from Boyle's law. Volume is more. P1 is less than P2. This is the graph. So this is the important competitive bit, and Charles' law on x-axis we are taking temperature in degrees Celsius. The line will be intercepting at minus 273. The same temperature you are taking in Kelvin scale, the line will be intercepting at origin point is nothing but 0 kelvins. I want to tell you some other graphs. Third graph is nothing but V by T versus V or T. Yes, what is this one? I will take you the V by T on y-axis and V or T on x-axis. What are you getting? Whatever volume, whatever temperature you maintain, V by T value will be maintaining a constant. This is the graph at P1 pressure. This is the graph at P2 pressure. Okay, now I want to get the relation between P1 P2. What I should do? How to take volume or temperature is a constant. From there we have to draw the vertical line. Okay, yes. After that this is nothing but P1, V1 by T1. This is V2 by T2. Which is a more amount? V2 by T2 is more than V1 by T1. Which you are maintaining constant. V is maintaining constant means V1 is equals to V2. Then cancelled. Then what you are getting? 1 by T2 is greater than 1 by T1. Automatically what happening? Reverse. Then you are getting T2 is less than T1. This is the relation we are getting. So we are getting relation P1 P2, no? Yes, we are getting like this. But we know pressure is directly proportional to temperature. As the temperature is rising, pressure is rising. So that's why T2 is less. P2 is less than P1. This is the information related to Charles law. You know time by 3?